G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've had an awesome day. I hope you smiled today or made somebody else smile, because smiles are friggin' awesome. And you know what? I am smiling today because we are seeing the piece-by-piece destruction of one of the world's biggest liars in Amber Heard. But we're not only seeing the destruction of Amber Heard, we're seeing the destruction of a narrative that's been too much in force for the last 4 to 6 years. And that is the Time's Up and Me Too movement. Now, I say the destruction of that being a good thing, and the reason is because it's been hijacked. It's been hijacked by people like Amber Heard who make false accusations, absolutely disgusting false accusations against innocent people. And not only that, she has actually been proven to be the abuser in their relationship. And I, of course, am talking about Johnny Depp. But you know what? What I want to get into today is I want to get into a key witness who could be coming up here, and that is Jennifer Howell. So we heard Whitney Henriquez testify yesterday that Jennifer Howell was her boss, and she went to sleep and stay and live with Jennifer Howell after the staircase incident. So about a year ago now, or a bit over a year ago, Les and I did a full read through of all of the statements and declarations of people in the UK trial. And so what I'm going to play to you now is actually an older video, an older reading. Thank you to Les as well. But this is the declaration of Jennifer Howell, and it is absolutely amazing, the amount of truth that she drops here. So I wanted to just share this with you, and you can just have a look and decide for yourself whether you think Jennifer Howell will be taking the stand sometime soon to rebut what Whitney Enrique has said about all of this. So enjoy, but first, just a quick video from the video sponsor. Just like you, I like getting my information from sources other than the mainstream media. And to keep my time on the interweb protected, I use Atlas VPN. It's accessible and it's secure for every single person. Right now, Atlas VPN is running a huge discount. It means you can get 3-year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Time's running out, so grab that deal by clicking the link in the description of this video. Now, what do you get for Atlas VPN or with Atlas VPN? You get super high streaming speeds, download speeds, so for your gaming or streaming, Netflix, whatever it might be, with no ads or malware. You get all of that protection as well. And these days, I don't know about you, but I feel like I got about 1 million devices piling up. Phones, tablets, smart TVs, all kinds of devices that use the internet. And guess what? With this one single subscription, you can protect all of those devices. So why not grab this huge discount, get your 3-year subscription for $1.99 a month, and you get a 30-day money-back guarantee as well.
I, Jennifer Howell, declare as follows. I am over the age of 18 and not a party to this action. I have first-hand personal knowledge of the facts set forth, and if called as a witness, I could completely testify thereto. Whitney Henriquez, whose maiden name was Whitney Heard, is my dear friend. She has told me that I am her chosen sister. I also call her my chosen sister. Whitney worked for me at a nonprofit organization that I founded 22 years ago and run called the Art of Elysium. We take artists and help them be of service to communities in need. We serve over 30,000 individuals in need each year. Whitney volunteered for the organization in 2014 for about 6 months, and she worked full-time as a paid employee for me in 2015 and 2016, where Whitney served as art salon director. I have learned that Whitney testified in court July 23rd in London about an incident in March of 2015 on the stairs at Johnny Depp's penthouse. She testified that Johnny supposedly hit Amber and Whitney on the stairs at Johnny's downtown penthouse. Then Whitney said she had to go to live with her employer, where she had to sleep on their floor. I am that employer. This is not what I was told to be true. First, Whitney came to live in the guest room of my apartment on Wilshire Boulevard, not on my floor, but in my guest room. Second, when Whitney arrived, she was a mess. Whitney told me that she tried to stop her sister, Amber, from attacking Johnny on the stairs. Whitney said when she tried to intervene to stop Amber from going after Johnny, Amber nearly pushed Whitney down the stairs. She told me that she was worried Amber was going to kill Johnny. She told me she had endured that kind of abuse her entire life, first from her father and then from Amber, who she said was extremely violent. She lived with me because she did not feel she could go back to live at the Eastern Columbia building. My father reminded me this morning that I told him Whitney had to move in with me because she was terrified of her sister. While Whitney was living with me, she told me Johnny kept checking in to see how she was doing and that he called her sis and she called him brother. Whitney said to me on multiple occasions that she did not know why he was staying in the relationship, nor why he was putting up with Amber's abuse. Whitney shared with me the damage endured by both her and Amber as children, and the injuries that she had suffered from Amber both psychologically and physically. Whitney was devastated during this time, and my heart broke for her. When Whitney came back from New York, I believe it was for Tribeca Film Festival, the Adderall Diaries premiere, or both, she shared with me and everyone in the office that Amber freaked out, attacked Whitney, and threw a wine glass full of red wine at her in the elevator. While Amber and Johnny were in Australia, Whitney was in the office sitting in black and white chairs near the kitchen and loudly proclaimed, "Oh my God, she's done it. She's cut off his finger." I knew Paige Heard, Amber and Whitney's mother. Paige shared with me while I was visiting Whitney that Elon Musk had gifted Teslas, or multiple Teslas, not sure if it was one or more, but Amber found out that they were bugged. Paige told me that Amber said Elon was controlling and that she was in a legal battle with him over the rights to embryos that they had created together. He wanted to destroy them, and Amber tried to keep them to have a baby. Paige told me that Johnny was either an angel or a saint compared to Elon, and that she wished Amber and Johnny would reconcile. Paige also told me the reason Johnny and Amber broke up was because Amber was violent and emotional and loved Johnny so much that she could not control it. I was indeed taken aback because this conversation occurred after the divorce and when Hunter was only a few months old, and I was at Whitney's house. Whitney told me that Amber and Johnny were still in touch and that they were each other's true loves, or something to that exact sentiment. Whitney was still going through the emotions of having a baby and all of the ups and downs, and I could not believe that Amber and Johnny's relationship was being discussed while Whitney was the one who needed to be the focal point and needed our support. When Amber got into legal trouble regarding smuggling of the dogs to Australia, she asked me to write her a character reference about her charity work, and I did so. We had given her a humanitarian award. She volunteered with the charity and attended events for the charity. I'm still grateful for that. I knew nothing about her personal life behind closed doors until I became close with Whitney. When Amber was in trouble with the Australian authorities, she asked me to write a character letter in support of her, which I did. I wrote on behalf of Amber for her volunteering with the charity. Later, when Amber and Johnny were divorcing, $7 million of the proceeds were supposed to go to charity. I learned that none of it would be directed to the Art of Elysium, which Amber had been closely associated with for years. Instead, I understood it would go to ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I asked Amber's publicist why, when she and Amber had been so eager to use our name in the press during the divorce, and when the funds would mean so much to a small organization like ours. Would Amber direct all the money to those other huge charities that she had not been associated with? Amber's publicist told me that they were more prominent charities with a more significant press reach and got international press. Then, months later, a $250,000 donation came into our organization from an anonymous donor on behalf of Amber Heard. The funds did not come from Amber. I believe this donation came from Elon. Years later, on July 24th, 2020, I received 2 subpoenas from Johnny's attorney, and Whitney testified about sleeping on the floor following the stairs incident. The following day, I spoke with Johnny's attorney, Adam Waldman, for the first time. I told him the stories of my experience with Whitney, Paige, and Amber Heard, and he asked me to give this declaration. I shared the names of the Art of Elysium staff who worked during the same time as Whitney, who also heard the things and more willingly gave access to my emails, texts, and confirmed dates and timeline of all stated. Executed this 26th day of July 2020 in Los Angeles. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States of America and Commonwealth of Virginia that the foregoing is true. Signed, Jennifer Howell.